Well, I got some explaining to do, guys. So where have I been? I know a lot of you have been commenting when's a new video dropping and what's going on with the channel, and there's just been a lot of love and support and also a lot of questions because I kind of did leave you guys in the dark. Although I did talk about it a little in my previous episodes that I will be getting married. And so what happened was I was trying to get my M3 done. As you see behind me, we did a full bare metal restoration on this thing. And it was like 3 weeks to my wedding, and I was trying to get it done because I really wanted this to be my wedding car, and just thing after thing kept going wrong on it. You know, it was a lot of rusted parts, a lot of stuff I had to replace, and I was just stressing, and I just stepped back and I was like, you know what, I'm about to get married. I should not be feeling like this. This should be the happiest moment of my life. So I just stepped back from the M3 entirely and pretty much kind of stepped back from YouTube for a little bit, and I just enjoyed my life. You know, this is my 2-month anniversary as I'm filming this video, and so it's been awesome, you know, and I really wanted to dedicate this time to our marriage because it's very important at the beginning, and I will be like this for the next year. But I'm gonna start posting now, and we will have an M3 update, and also I will be posting the wedding video at the end of this episode. So if you want to stick around and see that, be sure you don't miss out and click off the episode. So also, guys, one big thing with my channel is, as you know, it all started with M3s. We had an E30 replica build that we were doing, and that pretty much started everything. And that build got a lot of controversy because we chopped up a clean E30 and we put fiberglass panels on it. Obviously, that was because I could not afford an M3. And now things have changed. You know, I thank God and everyone around me and the support I've had. As you guys know, I got my dream car, and look at it. It's absolutely stunning. We stripped it down to bare metal. I paid Victor, my coworker, to straighten it, and this thing is just absolutely dialed in. It's beautiful. No expense spared. I've put a lot of money into it. I bought it for $25,000, and right now I think it's at like $42,000, $43,000. So I definitely did the best of the best with everything on it, and it's definitely worth it, and I'm glad I did it all before I got married. We'll give you an M3 update, but also the start of the channel. That E30, I always regretted cutting it up. It was a super clean car. It ran, it drove, it needed very little. I sometimes think back, and honestly, if I would have just restored that car to perfection, the channel probably would have went in a different direction. I think that would have got more love versus the controversy. I thought the controversy would be good for my channel. You know, people, oh, why are you cutting up this car? And it did work for a time, but it's just that project got so dragged out, and I know a lot of you wanted to see it finished, but the reality of it was that car needed $15,000 more invested in it, and even completely done, I would probably struggle to sell it for 15, you know, maybe 15, you know, and it just wasn't worth it for me from a financial point. And I got a new job, and I was just focusing on my future, and this one popped up, and I just couldn't pass it up, so I had to get rid of that one, and we got this one. But I found a way to redeem myself, and that's what this episode is going to be about. I found an insanely clean E30, and this thing is $3,000. Wait till the end when it gets all cleaned up before you judge this thing, because it's just absolutely beautiful. It was sitting in a barn. Then my buddy got it, and it sat in his garage for 5 months. And we're going to go in the episode, and you'll see we go to start it up. And you're just going to have to watch the video and find out. It's an extremely beautiful example and perfect for an OE Plus build. This is not going to be a bare metal, crazy, wide body, everything build, engine swap. I'm keeping original engine, original interior, not the original suspension, just lower it a little bit, put some OEM BMW wheels that look good, and just a clean paint job. I think this thing has potential to be a perfect OE Plus build, and I know you guys are gonna love it, so stay tuned. But before we get into that, I do wanna show you my M3. It's been a while since you guys have seen this thing, and a lot has changed on it. And I do need to roll it forward a little bit so this door doesn't hit the door of the other M3. Imagine that, first world problems, right? All right. So the biggest change is gonna be this interior, and guys, I gotta tell you, it's beautiful. So you can kind of already see what we got going on here. Check this out, guys. These are custom reupholstered bucket seats. They got the M3 logo on them. They're beautiful. I mean, check that out. We got a beautiful AKG Motorsports short shifter. I mean, it's just tight, super firm. I had the M-Tech wheel from Aza Auto, but it was suede. I picked up a leather one, as you can see. Beautiful original M-Tech 2 steering wheel. And I think the black leather ties everything in. There was just no suede for the old one to match. And check that out. We got the brand new black carpet. These seats are mounted. They're good to go. And yeah, so this car is coming together. As you can see, the body work is beautiful and the paint work is beautiful. So there's your M3 update. Very soon this thing will be running and driving. I'm actually sending it to a shop to do all of the electrical and to get this thing 100% operational, and then everything else I'm going to do myself. I'm just not really good at that stuff, and I don't want to do it myself. So stay tuned. I'll be updating you on this periodically. Now let's get right into this episode. All right, guys, so me and my brother-in-law Elijah are actually going to pick up the car right now. He's going to drive this back and I'm going to drive the car. It runs and drives, and it even has cold AC, which is really good for this weather. So once we get there, we'll check it out and I'll let you guys see what we got. All right, we just showed up at Mickey's beautiful property. Check it out. That's the garage. We're going to go back there, start fiddling with the car, and probably going to have to jump start it. It's been sitting for a while. So we got the booster box. We're going to go check it out and see if we can get it running. This right here is goals. Look at this. This is what I need right here. He's got a bunch of cars. See, I was actually inquiring about that one first, but I don't really want no crazy project with a lot of work, and it's got rust, doesn't run, parts are taken off the engine, and just too much work. It's an IS 325. It's really nice, but way too much work. And then this one's out of my price range. I need to buy something that I can get for cheap and make it look like this one, but this one's also super beautiful. He's actually selling it as well, but the one we're getting is back here. Not as nice as the red one, but honestly, guys, check that out. Look at this body. I mean, that right there, that's like mostly sand and repaint. A couple little dings here and there. The biggest damage on this car is these two little dings right here, but my favorite thing is this right here. Check it out, guys. Look at that interior. Absolutely beautiful. Everything is in great condition. So we're gonna go ahead and put the booster on it and see if we can get this thing running, because I do believe the battery's dead. So let's go ahead and see. Another thing, guys, this thing has no rust. I wish I could show you. I will show you in the light, but everything back here is beautiful. My M3, remember I replaced this panel right here, had a whole bunch of rust. That IS has a bunch of rust, but as you can see, this thing is just super solid and very good bones for a restoration. I actually really like this color right here. It's like a burgundy red. It's called Burgundy Rot. So yeah, let's get this thing on here and see if it'll fire up. All right. This thing is pretty solid though. Wait. Is that the coolant? Whole thing blows up. All right, think it'll start up?
I think so. Let's give it a try. Yes, sir.
Dude, but first time starting in 5 months, it just cranked right up.
Hey, that was pretty good.
All right, so we're gonna get it warmed up and running good outside, so we're gonna fill this place with smoke. But for 5 months, it cranked right up, man. This thing is... Oh, you good? First time out, huh? Yo, this thing is sick. It's just cruising. Look how clean it is. We're gonna try and make it back, hopefully. Have no issues. If I just follow it in the back. We got the booster box and we should be good to go. So we're gonna try to get to his house and then we'll just go from there. Check it out, guys. We're filling it up. This thing drives pretty smooth actually for sitting for 5 months. But dang, man, this thing is clean. Okay, guys, so we made it to the shop and I want to give this thing a quick little clean. Wash the outside real nicely. Get a lot of this dust off of it and just make it look a little more presentable. Obviously, it is going to need a paint job, but we're going to get this thing looking halfway decent. I might clean up the interior a little bit. It is really nice, but at the same time, it's really dirty. And I do like that it has black. That is just absolutely awesome. We have a new steering wheel for it. I got these brand new already, just stuff that I had for E30. And as you can see, it's going to come really handy here. We can even get a dash cover to really finish up this interior. So we're going to start with this exterior, get it washed up real nice, and then we'll move on to the interior. But I'm happy with it. It runs good, it drives good, and it's smooth. And I think this thing has a lot of potential to become a really clean car. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness, this thing is beautiful. Not gonna go crazy with this thing. My biggest goal is to never let it stop running. I don't want to get burned out with this project and do nothing crazy to it. All I'm going to do is fix the dents, straighten it up, and throw a full paint job on it. Original bumpers, I'm just gonna tuck them a little bit and refresh everything. Pretty much gonna be an OE plus build. We're gonna make it look as clean as possible without adding too much crazy stuff to it. And I think this is the perfect car to do it to and redeem myself after the M-Rep that we did on this channel, and that's what started everything. So we're gonna do this one right, and we're gonna make it look good and simple. That way you guys can enjoy the content and see this thing come back to life. It's got really good bones. The underside is good. As I showed you guys, the trunk and everything, there's no rust. It's just beautiful. No rust in the engine bay. Overall, this thing is just extremely solid and just needs a little bit of elbow grease and love to get it back to its former glory. All right, she looked a lot better wet, but check this out, guys. So I just filmed the intro to this video. We're gonna put the M3 back in its spot. And you're about to see this is a beautiful sight right here. Make sure I don't wreck it. Check that out, guys. The two big brothers watching the ugly stepchild. But that right there, that's a sight to behold. Look at that. Beautiful. Stay tuned, guys. I can't wait to get started on this thing, start digging into it. And I'm just super happy to have a running and driving E30. I'm going to enjoy it for now. As you can see, it's going to be a blast to drive with how clean it is. And slowly fix it. Like, for example, I'm going to fix this fender. I'm going to fix the door. I'm going to move along. But the car is going to stay running and driving. That way, at any point in time, I can just get in it and go. So we're going to slowly restore it. Nothing crazy like this car. As you guys remember, this thing had so much work to it. But this is my all-time dream car. Never sell, keep forever. So it had to be perfect. That's going to be it, though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the updates. And stay tuned for this process. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. As you can see, I'm sweating. It's burning hot in here. But I just wanted to get this video out for you guys. We'll come back for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all the content. I'm sorry for not being active, guys. As I said, I took a break. Wanted to focus on my marriage and everything. So without further ado, Here we have the wedding video. If you like, hit that subscribe button and comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
We're finally here, the day we've been waiting for. It felt like forever a few months ago, but it snuck up on us quickly these last few days. What's funny is I love to write to you, but now the day has come for my most important piece of writing.
From this day to my last, I, Marco Warchik, vow to you, Angie Condor, to give myself to you. I promise to love you unconditionally. Give me all your bad days, give me your frustration, your overthinking, your bad hair days, and I will repay it with love and joy.
The day I met you, there was something so comforting and peaceful about you. I didn't know you then, and I was quite nervous at the time, but little did I know the greatest gift in my life was standing right before me. I love getting to know you, your personality, how you tick. I love growing with you and learning about you. Trying new places and things is really fun with my best friend.
Give me your smile that I cherish so much, your love, your sweet and soft and gentle love. I love how you love me. I cannot believe we are getting married. It seems just like yesterday you played for me when I came over for the first time. And now you're my best friend and my everything, my sweet love. My heart is so full, Angelinka. It's more than full, it's overflowing. Thank you, Jesus, for this amazing, beautiful, God-fearing woman in front of me. Thank you for your abundant mercy and protection. Thank you, Jesus, for saving my life in that crash to be here today.
And now I will ask everybody to stand and the bride is coming.
That was born before your eyes.
Mark, Angie,
Words cannot explain how grateful I am to have you in my life. I'm so glad and blessed that God gave me you to love and cherish for the rest of our lives.
The bride of Motorhead and Angie Devarcher.
Everything may not be easy. There are moments where it may feel like we're hiking up the tallest of mountains, but together with God, I know everything will be okay.
You're my person, my go-to. I vow to be yours too. I promise to always be there for you. Any thoughts you think are silly or unnecessary to bring up, remember this vow. I vow to give you reassurance, peace, comfort, and most of all, love. Through thick and thin, through sickness and health, through the good and bad, I will always be by your side. I will never leave it. I will be cold because you warm my world. You help me more than you know. I love you with all my heart.
God gave me the greatest gift I could ever ask for, and I will cherish you forever. I promise to always be faithful, to be your helper, and to care for you until I take my last breath. Mark Lewarchik, I love you with my whole heart, and I will gladly be your wife for the rest of our lives.